So the reason you use this rather than knife is because it's quicker and you're not damaging the strands. Because if you were doing like one cable and stuff, it's good to use knife because you quickly just go around and then cut it and then do it. But when you do have like quite a few cables to do, it's pretty irritating and you can really damage the cord. So just from that end, what we do, adjust, just make sure it doesn't cut the cord. Work from there, and add the snips. So obviously cut the insulation, cut the rope. Jesus. So from there, and depending what color you decide to do, similar both ends. So we usually keep the power as standard for blue and brown, vision green, and orange is a spare. And then twist that spare core around it nicely. So in case there is damage or anything, you can always untangle it and use it for one of these purposes, whichever has been damaged. So that's in the spare core. And then what you do, usually use fingernails, or you can use scissors just to cut that off. And the same for and then don't like twist too much because sometimes it's when you squeeze on the balloon it does get broken. So now you're getting the balloon. Shit. Next balloon. Open that. So you got positive, negative. So you got the vision side. I'll do the U-turn, bend it nicely. Now you can check the depth so it doesn't cut the insulation, so it's just inside. Same for the negative part. Let's go from there. Both inside. Usually more quicker. Hold it in one hand. Grab a screwdriver. That's done. That's done. Double check the tightness. Check if there's no copper showing. Then same do for the power. I do double bend here. Don't need it really, but I feel it's like sometimes DC pins are different from what it look like. So DC pins straight away you have to loosen it. Sometimes it's better with the negative because sometimes you need to make the holes bigger. The same way, it's got positive and negative. So the negative is going to be, see, it doesn't fit. So do need a flat one instead. So now it's a bit too long now. See, it's sticking out. So what I need to do, come down, make it that same shorter, and double bend, or don't double bend. So it doesn't stick out. Do one by one. Next one. It's probably better, so I'll make that shorter as well. Do that shorter. Stick it in. All nice and neat. Check for tightness. All the time double check connections because sometimes you will screw it, sometimes you cut it in if you clean it with the snips and you cut in the copper and it just comes off. Just make that end nice. And the bit's ready. So when you get the analog here, just plug it in there. One for video. One for power. That's it. Cool. And then same the other end, wherever the recorder is, and you split the power. Usually goes into the power supply box, which is 1 amp per camera. You've got 18 ports. You can put 18 cameras. Even though you can put 2 per channel, but that's not recommended because even though they say it's a half amp, but they usually take slightly bit more. And there are, experience in the past that they just, ruin the power supply that needs to be replaced sooner. Cool.